All right, Boise State fans, welcome on in. BJ Rains here with Max Rice of the Boise State men's basketball team. Bronco Nation News Live here on our YouTube channel. Max, appreciate you doing this, man. How are you, sir?
Hey, thanks for having me, BJ. Doing great.
Always appreciate catching up with you. I know fans love catching up with you, so we kind of put out a thing for folks if want to ask some questions, and we got a long list ourselves. What last couple of days, right? You've been getting a couple of days off, been able to refresh a little bit on getting back to practice today?
Yep, just it was nice to have a couple of days to get the body right. Get a couple ice baths in after that grueling stretch we had on the road, bunch of road games, and now it's just nice to be back in Boise.
Well, folks, do have a question. Like I said, feel free to pop it in there and we'll ask it. We do have one right off the bat from Marcus Oakes. Couldn't make it live, but wanted to know will you forgive me for believing you only made the team because you were the coach's kid? You've absolutely proven me wrong. Applaud you for having the confidence to shoot out of your slump. What has it been like? I think I added it up earlier today. Like the first 14 games, you had one made three, and I think it's 8 in the last 5. What's it been like to finally start to get back to playing like you can?
Yeah, well, I knew threes like were gonna start falling for me, so I just kind of had to keep my confidence up, and that I think that's the biggest thing for shooters, just not worrying too much about the outcome of your shot, but more about finding the right shots to shoot, kind of, and things like that. And then in regards to the coach's kid thing that he said, I think I get that a lot too. I kind of know what I signed up for when I came here, so that's a big thing that I just got to remember, and I got to know I got to keep working every day and prove people wrong. So.
You're probably past it by now, but when you are in a stretch where you've made 1 3 in 14 games or whatever, do you start to get a little more nervous that the pressure or the criticism of you playing because of your dad or anything might get bigger? Or you 3 or 4 years in the program now, you're past that?
I mean, I'd like to say I'm past that, but I think it was nice playing on the road a lot in the last couple of games. It kind of takes a lot of stress off my shoulders too, just because you can go out there and just kind of try to hoop and ball out. But yeah, I think the older I get, the more I realize that a missed shot won't affect like how I play the next game or the next shot I shoot. And I think I'm still coming up. I still think I can do more and make more shots, but it just takes time and as my body heals too, I think I'll just keep getting better as the season goes along.
What has been the difference in that since that San Diego State game? As I said, 5 games in a row where you've made at least 1 3. It's 8 in the last 4 games, and maybe your percentage isn't where you want it to be still, but you're finally starting to get some to fall. Your confidence is there. Your shot attempts per game is way higher, so that
Yeah.
obviously shows you're getting more confident. But what was there something that clicked at that San Diego State game, or it's just finally starting to all catch up to you, and the makes are evening out here?
Well, yeah, I think the biggest difference from early on in the season and now is I'm getting a couple more attempts per game. I think it's definitely more difficult to shoot 1 3 a game, and if you miss it, then I mean, you probably not going to get another one. That can really hurt your like statistics and stuff. And now I've been getting like 3 or 4 up a game, and I think I could definitely make 2, if not more, every game from here on out. So just got to stay confident, get the reps up, and just continue to look for my shot when I'm out there.
How does yeah, does your dad get on you more than he gets on other players? Is it the same, or when it comes to like he's been saying we just need him to shoot more and stuff? I mean, does he get on you different than other guys, or is it the same, or how does he get his message across to you?
I mean, I like to think he gets on me the same as like the other players, but there's certainly times where I'm like, oh, shoot, I don't know if you'd say that to that guy, but like it doesn't really affect me when he gets on me in different ways. I know that I got to respond, and like when he yells at me and stuff, I know I just that there's a reason he's yelling at me, and I got to do something better out there. So, but yeah, it doesn't really affect me when if he comes at me a different way like
Well, he
that. I
doesn't,
don't.
but he doesn't even call you by name, right? Just 12.
Yeah, it's usually 12. I mean, if he's really mad at me, he might call me by my name, but yeah, usually it's 12.
Speaking of your dad, Jordan chiming in here with a question. How hard, love how hard you always played. Keep it up. But how hard was it to get your dad on Twitter? And did you have to help him set it up? And then also, how do you guys handle the distraction opportunity that is social media? I don't know if we should out your dad or not, but he's always had an account. It just wasn't public, right? I mean,
Yeah, he
it's funny
definitely
for
is at
someone
the
that
point
claims
of,
he doesn't have it. He would always know what I was tweeting and stuff. It was interesting how
oh,
that worked.
yeah, he always has a burner, and then I always show him stuff when I see it, and he likes to see stuff like that. But I was never really a big fan of the idea to create his own just because Twitter's like one of the more toxic social media outlets. But I think Lexus helps him a lot with that one, and Lexus is super good at that type of stuff. So I think it actually ended up being a good idea in the long run. But yeah, I just think it's funny too. He definitely has a burner account.
Yeah, and I know everybody knows the story, or maybe they don't, but there was a fan that was a little critical of him over the years, and then he ended up having some hardship come to his house burning down. And I've been telling Jeff Meinert, actually one of our supporters, one of our advertisers on the site, who is maybe the good karma here of him finally realizing some of the stuff he said. And I know your family and Coach Rice brought some. The team brought some gear over to him after his house burned down, and I know he had been very critical. And you talk about toxic social media, and I think he kind of had an awakening. And he says, that he is a huge fan now of Coach Rice's. And I keep telling him maybe that was what was needed for this team to, turn it around. So when this team goes on the run, maybe karma comes around, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to say that's what was needed for us to win games, but yeah, I definitely think it's easy to get caught up in the social media and just type something out that you'd never say to someone in person. But yeah, it's definitely easy to fall into that. But best wishes to that dude, and I hope things get better for him.
Yeah, well, Jeff's doing great. And what social media in general? I know you said it can be pretty toxic, but there's obviously some positives to it. And I know that's why your dad's doing it to help a little bit with the promotions of the program and stuff like that. But how whether it be Instagram or whatever, I know the fans in Boise maybe aren't as bad as some places, but what is that like? Where I'm sure you're loving seeing the good stuff, but during that 1-for-4 the game where early in the season where you're struggling a little bit, you probably weren't checking the social media as much.
Yeah, no, I try to stay off it just in general, even after good games or bad games, is just try to keep a steady head, keep going, keep trying to play good. But yeah, actually there's an assistant coach for who was it, Nevada, the son of Coach Noodles. I actually talked to him when I was going through that stretch, kind of, because he's gone through a lot of the same stuff. He played for his dad at New Mexico a couple years ago. Remember Coach Noodles? He coached at New Mexico a while back. But I mean, he was someone I wanted to talk to just because he had dealt with a lot of the same stuff as I have, and that kind of helped me get through that tough stretch too. So that was really nice to him. So shout out to his son for sure.
What Bryce Alford? Or no, you're not talking. Are you talking? You're not talking Alford. You're talking Neil. I know who you're talking about. He was
talking about Colin Neil.
Yeah. Is he a graduate assistant now or something? I did see him there before
he is.
Yeah, that's cool. What about the team, man? 14 in a row up until the Wyoming game. You got a new streak going now. I mean, we see Joe Lenardi's new bracketology today got you as an 8 seed. I know you guys aren't looking too far ahead, but what's it been like these last couple of months playing as well as you guys have been?
Well, I mean, if you look back 65 days, I think really anyone would take this scenario we have right now, going from 3-4 and just like really struggling as a team to 60 days later, you're on the inside of the tournament looking out. Honestly, we're in right now in a lot of people's brackets. I think anyone would take this scenario. So we kind of just have to keep pushing and not be satisfied with where we're at either. Honestly, I think we have a ton of huge opportunities coming up. And I don't know, as far as I've looked back, I think this is one of the best positions Boise State basketball has been in a long time. And we have to realize that and understand that and really lock in and double down right now, because this is the biggest time of the season.
I know for me, it's nice to not have to worry about a road trip for a while. What's it been like for you guys? All the road games, and you got the next 4 out of 5 here at home, so only one road trip in like the next 2.5 weeks. How hard was that stretch, and what's it like to hopefully have some home games, have some nice crowds, and take advantage of that?
Yeah, well, I think what a lot of people don't understand is how hard it is to win in those arenas, and how like impactful their fans are, and just everything that comes into travel and everything like that. And I think you see it across the Mountain West. Like, I think it's really rare for a team to kind of do what we've done. And I'm not sure how many teams have really had to play that many road games like we have. So that puts us in a really good position coming down the home stretch, especially if we can get a lot of fans out at Extra Mile Arena like we did for the last game. But yeah, playing on the road is just crazy in the Mountain West. And I think it really helped us that we got to play a lot in a row too. I think that was actually it was nice just because we were so locked in that stretch that it just really worked out for us. We were really hot. We knew our roles, and we just were winning.
the most important question coming from Tanner here. Your thoughts on Super Bowl game versus I thought he was talking about the Super Bowl itself, but he wants to know about the game against CSU, I guess. Well, we'll get both thoughts, but you got UNLV on Friday, CSU on Sunday. Obviously a big couple of games for you guys, and like we talked about, hopefully you do get some good crowds.
Yeah, I think huge game Friday against UNLV. They're super talented. They got a ton of athleticism, a great point guard, and Jordan McCabe. He's super smart. That'll be a really tough one. And then after that, Colorado State, they're a really hot team right now. I think they've had a couple close games down the stretch. I know they had that really tough one against San Diego State.
I still got people on my Twitter feed. Somehow I got attached to a thread where CSU and San Diego State fans are arguing whether that was a foul at the end of the game, and so I still get about 5 a day where they're showing the picture going straight up. It is crazy. There's another big one tonight with Wyoming and Utah State. I mean, it seems like every game, every night, Max, there's a big Mountain West game on. And yes, Sunday you had a couple big games Sunday with Wyoming and Fresno, and you had San Diego State and Nevada. I mean, it's got to be fun. Watching these teams and these players and stuff. I know as fans and media, it's fun, but as a player playing these teams and then seeing them battle it out and have these big games, I mean, it seems like this league is just something else this year.
Yeah, no, and I think being a part of a league that is this good is super beneficial for like all the teams. Like I'm already excited for Selection Sunday, not just for us, but for everyone in the league. Just because I think for the Mountain West to make this big of an impact across the country is huge for mid-majors and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I've loved watching these Mountain West games. I think they've all been super close from the top to the very bottom. I think every team's solid. Like New Mexico's a really good team for whatever they are, 1-8 in league. I love watching them too. So I think the league's just super entertaining to watch. And tonight, I'm definitely going to be watching those games, no question.
Yeah, Utah State, the Mountain West has a chance to get 5 teams in maybe if Utah State can go on a little bit of a run here. It's been really impressive. I can't get it to load, but somebody was asking the 9 p.m. start for UNLV. Would you rather play at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
I definitely would rather play at 9 p.m. than 9 a.m. I like sleeping in a little bit, so I would have to get up like 7 in that case. But yeah, I'm sure that's because of TV or something, or on TV.
We got a little bit of a trick question here, I think, but someone that just happens to be named Riley Abercrombie is asking in for your favorite teammate in your BSU career.
That's a good one, Riley. I'm gonna have to go with Bing Huang. My old roommate Bing, he was a great guy, great at 2K.
Isn't he playing JUCO and didn't he trade? You guys had the trade with Lucas Milner, right? You guys got Lucas Milner from Johnson County, and you sent Bing and. So is he still doing all right down there? Or is he still playing?
I think Bing's averaging 35 and 15 down there. He's having a great season. So I need the Division I coaches to look out for him, keep an eye out for him.
What about Riley? I'm sure this isn't possibly the same Riley Abercrombie.
Yeah, who knows? You never know. It could be like a different one. But yeah, Riley's doing great at Rice still. He says it's really tough academically, but he graduates this year. He's doing great. Who knows? He could make the great return. You never know. I've been hoping.
Well, Riley, appreciate it. Glad to see you're doing well. The comments are flying in now here. How different is it coming off the bench as compared to starting, Max?
I mean, it's not too different. I mean, I had a couple turnovers at the start there. I don't want to credit that to starting, but like I'm pretty used to coming off the bench. I've been a 6th man for a couple of years now. So, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable in coming off the bench, but if he needs me to start, I can also step in and just do the same thing I do when I come off the bench, just in case someone gets hurt or anything. So, I mean, I'm comfortable with it, but I'm cool with either way.
What'd you think of Pavle the other night? I know he's been dealing with some injuries and other stuff and hasn't played as much, but I know he's going to be a key guy for you guys, and maybe his percentage what he wanted, but to finally see him hit a couple threes, he could be a key guy for you guys.
I mean, I didn't know until I checked the box score, but you got to respect the 9 threes that he got up that game. That was much respect that I gained for him right there. But yeah, no, he's going to be big for us down the stretch, especially with how many games we got coming up and kind of our tight rotation we got. If he can come in and make a couple threes, that'd be huge for our team, just to get our offensive numbers up a little bit, even in those Ken Palm stuff and all that. But
Camden chiming in, hey, Max, keep up the great work. Have you always expected to play for your dad growing up? What was the recruiting process like?
Well, I mean, growing up, I had a couple other schools I had a bunch of schools contact me and offer me, but I always had in the back of my mind, like, if I'm good enough to play for my dad, like, it's always something I wanted to do. At one of the Final Fours, I can't remember which one, I sat down with Bryce Alford, Steve's son, or Coach Alford's son, I don't know, I can't see it, but And I asked him if he enjoyed playing for his dad, and he told me it was like one of the best things he's ever done. So shout out to Bryce for lying to me about that. And then what was that? What else did they say?
Just the recruiting process.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the recruiting process, like a lot of coaches were kind of standoff with me. Like they wouldn't really go too hard, recruit me too hard just because they know like if I'm going to go play for my dad, it could be a waste of their time and money and energy. But yeah, no, it wasn't too crazy. I committed, I think junior year. So
wasn't there one coach? I think your dad was telling us a story. There was one coach that didn't realize, some East Coast school or something, didn't realize that your dad was a coach at Boise State when he like called to ask about you or something or recruit you.
Yeah, I think that happened a couple times. For some of the coaches, I liked when they didn't know, just because I like to kind of experience, getting recruited and going on visits and stuff. But there was a couple coaches, like shout out Coach Scholl from San Diego. He was always really great to me, and I always appreciated how he recruited me and everything like that. And he's doing a really good job. I think they're in second in the WCC right now.
Yeah. I think some of your friends are invading the chat here, so I'm trying to cipher the question. I'm trying to cipher the questions here. Someone here says that they're comparing you to a more physical Jordan Farmar in college. What do you make? What do you make of that comparison?
That has to be one of my friends, so I'm not even sure. Was he a shooter? I don't even think so. Maybe he's a bucket. I'll take that.
What else? Just looking ahead for the final couple things here, and we'll let you go. Just we mentioned this big stretch, but how do you kind of not look ahead? How do you not look at the Joe Lunardi brackets and all this stuff and the top 25 rankings? And yeah, if the tournament started today, you would be in, but it's not today. You got 8 more games and you got the Mountain West tournament. And I know, as you know, and fans are quick to point out, sometimes the finishes haven't been the greatest around here. How do you guys make sure that you take care of these last 8 games and stay in the position or get better than the position you're in now?
Yeah, well, I think a big part of it is like not worrying too much about the future. Like, for example, that I think we had 5 games in 10 days, 5 games in 11 days. Think about it. We only have 8 games left. So if we had another stretch like that, boom, it's already over. So we really got to just enjoy this and focus every day on getting better. And I think if we don't worry too much about the future and just go one game at a time, we should be good, because we're playing really good right now, and we're good at winning at home. I think we got a really good winning percentage at home. So if we can just do what we've been doing, take care of business, it should be a really good outcome this year.
Jordan, we're not going to have time to get to all these folks, so we'll try to get a few quick ones in here. What do you think of a high school shot clock? Should it happen?
100 million% it should happen. I don't even know why it hasn't happened yet. It's pretty embarrassing, actually. It needs to happen. I went to a high school game the other day, a Bishop Kelly game, and I was like, we need a shot clock. It's bad.
I remember like a high school district game one time where literally the 2 teams just stood there, and the final score at the end of the first quarter was like 2-0 or something. They literally were just holding the ball.
Yeah, no. And then if you get up like 8, you're up 1,000 because you don't have to shoot if you don't want to. It's just terrible.
What's your favorite road venue to play in? Somebody asked.
Favorite road venue to play in? Probably, I really like playing at Wyoming. I know we took a tough loss there the other day, but I've always liked shooting in that gym for some reason. I had a tough couple in and outs last game, but that's still my favorite place to play.
That one was it Abu that put it back in? I mean, that thing went around about 5 times. The one that
was a heave. That was Tyson who put it back in, but yeah, no, that should have fallen.
The end of a shot clock or something, I think, right there in front of the bench.
Yeah, Shaver gave me the ball with 1 second on the shot clock. I was like, God, let me get my stats a little worse here, my percentages.
Is there someone asked about your favorite home game as well? I mean, is there in terms of rivalry or a game or anything, is there a game that you look forward to, whether home or road, I guess, that you circle more than others on the schedule? Or
it's always fun to play like San Diego State at home. We always get really good crowds for that one. We haven't got Nevada at home very often, but I'm sure that'll be a good one. I don't know. Who else? Who do you like?
I mean, you got usually Colorado State. I mean, it kind of depends on the year. I mean, someone was asking about your favorite game, and I was thinking back. You had the Nevada game at home with the Twins, where you almost beat them on the late second 3. There was one before you got here where top 5 San Diego State, where they hit a late. Yep. Yeah, he was like 10% 3-point shooter or something and hit one. I mean, there has been some classic ones. The one of the Oregon games, right, where they beat Oregon. I don't remember if you were on the team yet or not. Top 25, Oregon beat them, and they went to the Final Four that year, I believe.
Loyola Chicago, they went to the Final Four one year. I'm pretty sure nobody came to that game because I didn't think.
Yeah, I remember your dad was, Leon was Lou Holtz and everybody saying how amazing they were, and everybody kind of just blew it off. And then 3 months later, they're in the Final Four.
I know. See, anything is possible. That's true. we beat them by like 40, and then they went to the Final
That's
Four.
right. Yeah, that's right. And they're having another good year too. Someone asked, what would you think of playing Gonzaga in the tournament?
That's funny. I was just talking to Coach Fuson about that. I said that'd be really cool. I think it'd attract a lot of attention for sure. I mean, it'd be nice.
The dads would hate it though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. If you meet in the NCAA tournament, I mean, it's college basketball. It'd be pretty unreal if that happened. But I think it'd be cooler to obviously play them deeper, like a Sweet 16 or something would be perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play them, that'd be pretty cool. I told Joe Few, he's on the team. I told him there'd be a lot of trash talking going on if we ended up playing them.
Wouldn't that be something?
He's known for that.
And you're not, of course not, right?
No, I don't.
Final thing, someone was asking about UNLV 9 p.m. game. I know you guys are just getting back to work today, but what are your thoughts on just UNLV? And obviously, I think Hamilton went for 45 earlier this year. I mean, they got a scary team that can come in here and beat you guys if you're not ready, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think the key to their team is obviously Bryce Hamilton, just because he's been in the league a while. He knows how to score the ball. Obviously, scoring 45 in a Mountain West game is unreal. And then I think they have a pretty good supporting cast with like the Bryce Ham dude or Royce Ham Jr. That dude's really good. And then McCabe knows how to run a team. So it's going to be a good game. I already know that for sure. So we just got to focus in on the game plan and just execute how we've been executing. And
well, hopefully folks can go out and have a late dinner or have a drink or something, come to the arena, stay up. 9 p.m. game. I know they're offering some good ticket deals as well. So hopefully folks will come out. And then Super Bowl Sunday, same thing. Or you can still get home and watch the game after the 2:00 game. That'll be a really exciting game. Looking forward to that one as well. So Max, appreciate your time, man. You're always generous with your time, and we appreciate it here as you get ready for practice this afternoon. And best of luck the rest of the season. Hopefully we can do this again before a NCAA tournament game in about a month. What do you say?
I was going to say, I love Bronco Nation News, man. I love the Matt Boucher shows. I like that Mallory guy too. I just appreciate you having me on here.
Hey, thanks, man. Don't Mallory's got a big enough head. He doesn't need you saying that.
That dude's funny. Bigger. I like that dude. Have him on more.
All right, we will. He's Mondays with Mallory, and we're working on some other guests that I think you will have heard of becoming part of the show as well. I can't leak too much out of the bag yet, but thanks, man. Always appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
For sure. Thanks, BJ.
There he is, Max Rice from the Boise State men's basketball team. Appreciate him coming on. Great stuff, and appreciate all the questions you guys had and everything. That was a lot of fun. We are doing this on YouTube, by the way, so please, if you're not already a subscriber on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube thing. Please click the little bell if you see that as well. That helps notify you whenever another episode is coming live. So we're trying to get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If we can get over 1,000 subscribers, that helps you show up more in the searches and things like that. So there's kind of an algorithm to it. So hopefully we can make that happen. So we got some more videos, some more interviews, some more cool stuff coming. Again, just please subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the little, I don't even know what it's called, the bell or whatever, that notifies you whenever we go live. So BroncoNationNews.com, Bronco Nation News. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you are enjoying the site. And we appreciate Joe Nickel over at Boise State for helping set that up, and for Max Rice for coming on from his home as he's getting ready to head to practice here today. So that'll do it for this show. And again, hope you're liking BroncoNationNews.com. Check it out. We got some great affordable subscription stuff going for some exclusive content, and we'll be heading home and road every game the rest of the season. So if you're able to help support us in that venture, that would be awesome to keep bringing you this kind of coverage. So appreciate Max for coming on. Appreciate you guys for checking it out. We'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.